but let's look first at mastering the physical body. This body is the temple of the soul. And if we don't clean this temple every day, then we have disorder. We have the ability to allow the body to get more and more, we could say, dirty or energetically blocked, physically ill. And this is what's going to lead to our decline. Now, I know men are busy. You know, we have jobs, we have maybe school, we have family, we have a lot of responsibilities and things that fill up our schedule. If we don't take a little bit of time every day to focus on the health of our body, guess what? It's going to break down. If you don't take care of your car, it's going to end up going to the mechanic. So what we say and what I believe is that if we do the preemptive work, then we won't have to go to the doctor so much later. And this is a really important part of taking care of ourselves consciously, knowing that this is a priority. And I know not every day it's possible, but if we do this several times a week and make it as one of the most important parts of our schedule, everything else will be benefited by a healthy body, because the healthy body impacts your energy, your emotions, and your mind. And we know this to be true. Science is verifying what the yogis have said for thousands of years. So take care of the temple, honor it, worship it, understand that this is the vehicle for your experience in life. This is the microcosm of the universe. In yoga and in tantra, we talk about the fact that everybody, every human being is a microcosm, and the universe around us is the macrocosm. And we reflect exactly whatever's out there is in here, as above, so below. And this is an important understanding that you have the capacity to connect with the world around you much higher level if you take care of this microcosm. Then, what about our lifestyle? Well, every day do something, even if it's just for a few minutes. You know, you can wake up in the morning, and I actually have some great videos that you can check out. A 1-minute energizer, a 4-minute energizer, whatever it is. If you can take a moment each morning to bring balance into your body, that's going to make the rest of the day infinitely better. Now, you can do hatha yoga, qigong. These are great things for physical body and energy at the same time. You can do any form of exercise that you like. And the diet, the way that you live your lifestyle, what is it that's so important in this approach is just finding the thing that you enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it for very long. And I know lots of men, including myself, who thought, okay, I have to go to the gym every day because that's going to keep me healthy. And eventually it's like a rat on a treadmill, just running in a circle, getting so boring that I couldn't do it anymore. So find something you enjoy and mix it up. You know, you don't have to do the same thing every day. One day take a walk, another day go for a swim, another day go for a bike ride, try some yoga, whatever it is, but keep that time each day, anywhere from 5 minutes to longer, whatever you have available. And your diet is a huge part of this. And there's an expression that I really find very powerful, that most human beings these days are digging their own graves with their own teeth, because we put a lot of toxins into our body from the food that we eat. So be conscious of the food that you eat. It does impact every level of your being. When you eat junk food, you get junk emotions and junk mindset and mental states. So just start to understand that you have a decision. In each moment, you have a decision. Am I choosing health and evolution and being conscious? Or am I choosing things that are going to hold me back, slow me down, and maybe even make me sick? And this is what we want you to encourage to be a conscious man means to be conscious of your decisions at every level. No matter what it is that you're doing, be conscious, which means be present, and don't run on this idea that, my God, I'm so busy, I don't have time. If you don't have time to take care of yourself, eventually you'll get sick and you won't have time to take care of anything else because you'll be sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we already talked a little bit about healthy diet, so let's go to the next one. And we also are going to provide several different practices today for you as a man to learn skills that help you to balance your body, energy, emotions, and mind. And of course, to also bring vitality to your sexuality. And this is part of our topic. It's about intimacy and relationship. And one of the great expressions of love and intimacy in a physical relationship is our sexuality. That's why we're taking the time to go through this. That's not everything. It's not the end goal. It's not the reason for being. but it is an important part of our lives. And that's why we want to talk about it, especially in this first volume of The Art of Conscious Love, taking care of the foundation. The physical body is your foundation for everything else. If this works well, you have a greater chance of having a healthy relationship with yourself and with another being. Now, the next thing is, and this is something we haven't really talked about yet, but owning your wand of light. In Sanskrit, from yoga perspective, they have a beautiful name for the female genitalia called the yoni. And I think we did mention that already. The yoni is the sacred space from which all life is born. On the other side, we have the lingam, which literally means wand of light, and that's the male penis. And saying penis and vagina is rather technical and dry, not very poetic. But a lingam is the wand of light, and the yoni is the female sacred space. And men, as we grow up, we face a lot of desire, we face a lot of hormones, we face a lot of distraction because of our relationship with our wand of light. And sometimes we get ourselves in trouble because of our relationship with our wand of light. If we start to view it as our source, not our source, but one of the expressions of our power that God is expressing through us. If you don't like the word God, the creative force, the energy of the universe, whatever it is, we are channels for energy to flow through this body. And one of the ways that we express that energy in sexuality is through this wand of light, which means it's starting to develop a conscious relationship with this wand of light and taking responsibility for its energy and for how you use it and how it actually impacts your thoughts, your actions, and your relationships.
I also want to add that a conscious man, we were talking about last time, what does it mean to be a conscious woman? And I said, for me personally, it's the presence, it's awareness of your emotional state. For women, femininity, for men, masculinity, and about courage to be responsible for whatever you're expressing. And I read that a man and a woman shine the brightest in lovemaking, because lovemaking takes all of those qualities, presence, awareness, expression, masculinity, blended in one place. And that's why here we address sexuality a lot.
Right. And so one of the things about taking control or owning or being responsible for your wand of light is understanding that, yes, we all have urges, but what do I do with that urge? How do I guide it in a way that's constructive and beneficial for my life and for the life of people around me? So we're going to talk more about that in a moment. Next, we talk about the root lock. And we already taught you this root lock. And this is something I hope you're learning to do every single day, because it's called the master key. It's the thing that unlocks every other chakra in these upper chakras, because it's our connection to vitality, and it's starting to master this wand of light. It helps us to gain control over the energy that flows through the wand of light, and even over the loss of energy that can happen when we're not practicing consciously with the wand of light, which I'm going to go into deeper detail in just a moment. But it's the root lock that is crucial because it connects us to the earth. And this is our source. And many of us in the modern world, we get disconnected from Mother Earth. And this is how we maintain our vitality for the physical body. And the root lock is an extremely important part of that vitality. And we're going to go deeper into that, but I hope you're practicing this every day. And if you're not, start from today on.